Good evening, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. I'm getting ready to go take a shower and get to bed, but I am in my bathrobe again, guys, because it is just too cold, and my bathrobe is really nice and warm. It is currently, I don't know, I think it's currently -1 degree outside right now, and it's only supposed to be a high of 10 tomorrow. Like, throughout the week, I think it's supposed to be like that cold. Like, it's supposed to be like in the negatives almost, or like high, like low, like single digits and stuff like that, or you know, like I don't know, somewhere around there, I think. But it's just funny because on Friday it was so warm and we like grilled, and then again too, like this week it's so freezing cold. So yeah, I am, like I said, I am really cold, but also too, I am feeling a lot better. It was like almost a week ago, I think a little over a week ago, I pulled that muscle like in my shoulder, I think was what it was from. But and so like it's kind of like, it wasn't, it like the pulled muscle thing kind of went away. I think it just aggravated all of the other muscles around, like in my shoulder and my neck, and my neck is normally kind of tight anyway. And also too, I think that like over this summer especially, I did not do myself a lot of favors. Like, I pushed myself, I think, a lot harder than I probably should have. And I just, like, again, too, like, with all of the project stuff that we were doing to try and get all the bedroom things done, and then, you know, like, even to, like, for the 4th of July, trying to get all that stuff ready, like, both cleaning inside the house and doing all the yard work outside and the gardening and weeding all the flower beds and everything like that. Like, I just think that, like, I did not do myself a lot of favors. Even to, like, in here, like, putting together all this furniture and everything like that. Just think that I have not done myself a lot of favors, like in, I don't know, I don't want to say like resting and recuperating, but like not doing the things that I think my body needs, like to do those big things, if that makes sense. Like not stretching and not like regularly working out, and then just thinking like, oh, I have the capacity to be able to do all of this stuff. And you know, again, to spend like, I mean, over the summer, like I said, right before 4th of July, it was like those 2 weeks right before, or like the week before 4th of July, when we were again hosting the 4th of July party, and like getting all that stuff done and doing all those things. Like, I just, like, I mean, it was all day long that I was like, you know, like working outside, or I was working inside or whatever. And like, I mean, I would work, then take like a small break, maybe have like a snack or like a lunch or whatever, and then like go back outside or go and do something else. Like, I mean, and then like I was just, it was all day long. And like that is what, again too, like, and I wasn't, like I said, like conditioning myself to be able to handle that stuff, but thinking in my head, oh, I should be able to do this, like, you know. And I think the reality was I was not. And like, it's just like I feel like my neck, my back, like all that kind of stuff took a huge hit from all of those things. So that's why, again too, I was trying to kind of get back into like yoga, stretching, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think that the shoulder, like, you know, that again too, the muscle or whatever that I pulled, like, was from that necessarily. I think that it was just like, because the day that I did it though, I think I was telling you guys, I was hanging this up and I was helping my dad hang that up. And so like getting the, like, trying to like stand on the bed and do this, like, and put that up there and like mount that and everything. And like the way that I was like trying to stand around everything, like, because then also too, my dad was trying to like screw the little like hooks in as well. I was trying to stand with the vacuum cleaner so that I didn't get like the drywall dust didn't get all over my bed. So when I was doing that, I think because I was trying to stand though in between like these slats, so I was just, I know I was in like a really weird spot when I was doing that, and I think that that was what ended up like causing the whole thing. But then it didn't happen like instantaneously, like, you know how like all of a sudden you do something and you're like, oh, I pulled a muscle. Like, it wasn't like that. I was literally sitting on the couch hours later and then it happened. So like I said, I think that it was kind of from that, or again too, maybe it was just my muscles were finally like, you know, whatever, and just I pulled the muscle like moving, but it was really caused from all of the other stuff that I've been doing. And maybe again too, the yoga kind of didn't help as much as I thought it was. But you know, know, like I said, I was trying to get back into that, but then this that happened like a week ago, or over a week ago now, I think, possibly. No, I think it was around last week or whatever. Because of that, I was just like, again too, I was thinking like I need to try and get back into just like doing stretches and like, you know, kind of loosening my muscles back up, and also too trying to practice better posture. And like that was the other thing too, was that while we were kind of waiting on the rooms to be finished, like when we had that leak in the laundry room, and then we had kind of that delayed time of like we were waiting to get the rooms finished, because then a whole bunch of the stuff that we had to move out of the laundry room we put in here, because this was like the spare room for a period of time. And like during that time I spent a lot of time just laying around, like I wasn't doing anything. And I think that that then also hurt me a lot, just not doing doing anything, like just being really lazy then, because you know, like, and then again too, that's not good for your body either, like just sitting around and not doing anything. So and like even to like laying in my bed, because I realized that I'm more uncomfortable laying in my bed, like, or sitting in my bed trying to do things like on a lap desk or something like that, than I am sitting at my computer. And I do that a lot. Like I will watch TV and do something, like I will edit or whatever, instead of like doing it at my desk, which I probably should do, because I have better posture when I'm sitting at my desk versus in bed. And because my legs are out like in front of me, or I have them like crisscrossed or something like that, it's just like my posture is normally not really good. Or like my legs, like they get, like I get uncomfortable really quickly, because they're not like, I can't like put them over the side of the bed, because I just have them like straight out in the bed, if that makes sense. So like I know that, like, and that's been like a long time, like I've known that, but I've just always been like, whatever, like, you know, and I'll just be like, oh, I'll just lay on this side or like on that side or whatever, and like try and still get comfortable. And like I can't, because it's my body's way of telling me this isn't comfortable, but I just don't listen. And I probably should, but like I said, like, so that's why I'm trying to be more aware and more cautious of that. And this is just like, I'm like, how much of this is age catching up to me? And also too, the fact that, like I said, I have not, like, again, like done the things that I think I need to in order to push myself to the point where I end up doing it, if that makes sense. Like all of the project stuff and all of the gardening stuff and like all of those kind of things. And then also too, like the being super lazy, like over those, it was around football too. So like I was still getting up and like doing things, and like we had like football and everything like that. So like Fridays, I spent the entire Friday afternoon out at the football games. Well, pretty much the entire evening, but like, because I noticed too, over like football season, like the bus rides were like unbearable. It was horrible riding on those buses, like the yellow school buses, to go to like the football games and stuff like that. I was like, this is horrible. I hate sitting on these. I mean, they're uncomfortable anyway, but like I just like, it was bad. And like also too, then like sitting at like the football game, like again in the bleachers and stuff like that, like it was just, they're not comfortable. They're not meant for like long-term like comfortable seating and stuff like that. And you know, on those buses too, and we had, you know, like some of the games that we went to were an hour away, and you know, so we had like 2 or so hours on those buses. Like some of this stuff was just not comfortable. And like I said, just not comfortable for me also too, when I was like, I know that, like, you know, again, my neck was hurting, like my back was hurting and stuff like that. And I think that I was trying to give myself more time to like rest from it, but I think I was doing the opposite, whereas I should have probably stayed more active, and then I wasn't. So like, I feel like that's just all catching up with me right now, and like, it's just really not been good. So that is to say though, that I am finally feeling good in my left side. However, now it's kind of like more on my right side that has kind of moved. And so now like these muscles on this side are hurting a little bit, I think because I've been compensating for the other side. But now that this isn't hurting so bad, and I think this is finally like, you know, because I've still been trying to do like light stretches and stuff like that to still help myself, and hopefully again too, like, while I haven't been doing as much as I was the week prior, but I'm still trying to like do some of the light, you know, like stretches and things like that that I can do that I know aren't going to necessarily like hurt or be uncomfortable and stuff like that, and I'm not like straining my neck or, you know, anything like that. But yeah, so that is why like today I had to get like a hot like heating, actually it's this little guy right down here. Use him, and he's one of those little, like, you can put them in the microwave and then warm them up, and they're kind of like, and it has like lavender in it, so you can like use it for like aches and pains and stuff like that. So I used him today and he was super helpful. So that is why today I was up and I was like trying to do things and trying to be like active and stuff like that still, but I also was watching football games today. So I was still getting up though and like doing some like light stretching and stuff like that, especially trying to like stretch my neck out just a little bit, like very light stuff, but I was still trying to do that, but I was also watching football games today and laying around on the couch a little bit. But yeah, so we had that, and like we only have a couple more weeks left of football, which is also kind of weird as well right now. Like it's almost, football season's almost over. Looking forward to spring training and baseball starting soon. But I am going to take a shower and get to bed, hopefully warm up a little bit, but I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today, so make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.